Google Docs has a drawing tool that's designed for inserting text boxes and shapes into your document. Although they're not necessary for every document, text boxes and shapes can be used to set important details apart from the rest of your document or to organize information. For example, rectangles, lines, and arrows can be used together to create a flowchart. So if we wanted to add a little text box explaining who is this man in this picture, we would first have to start by going to Insert and down to Drawing, and we're going to say New. So we now see this drawing tool. It is like Google Drawings, but I'd say it's a bit pared down. Under Actions, you can go download whatever you make. You could use WordArt. We have our cut, copy, paste, duplicate. We have alignment. So if you create different objects that need to be aligned either horizontally or vertically, you could work with that. Distribute will space things apart. Rotation, you could see a ruler. You could have guides to help. You could choose to have objects either snap to guides or snap to grid. You can change the order, and this is in terms of layering things, one thing on top of the other. The thing highest up is going to be closest to the user. Anything behind it will be covered up. You can also create groups to have different objects put together, or you can ungroup or regroup. Of course, we have our undo and redo. You have zoom. Right now, we're just selecting things, but you can create, insert a line, arrow, such as for like a family tree or flowchart. You can have shapes inserted, or you can use just a text box, or you could include an image here. So we're just going to pick a text box and say Walt Disney. That's the man in the picture. We can adjust the font and its size. We could change the fill color, which is the background of the text box. We'll do a light blue. We can change the border color, the border weight, or the border style. If we press the three dots, we can get more options. These should look familiar. We're just going to center, and we're also going to have it set to the middle. I have to do the rearranging here, so I'm going to make it smaller, because when we hit save and close, now it shows up as just an image. So we would need to change it to wrap text so we can move it, and then I can click and drag it to be beneath the picture there. Google does have a standalone version of the drawing application, which has more features than the Google Docs drawing app. If you want more features, you can use the standalone version to create your drawing. Then you can download the drawing as an image to your Google Drive, and then you can insert that into your document. If we want to do more with this, we can click Edit to get back into it. And let's see about adding on a little shape. So I'm just going to pick a circle. If I click and drag, it's not necessarily going to be a circle. If I hold Shift, it will respect a circle's being of being a perfect spherical shape. And so I'm going to drag it out there. It defaults to this pale blue fill color with a thin background. We're going to change that eventually. I'm going to add a few more circles. How about? I'll copy and paste that, so that way we have two of the same. And now you can see I'm going to select the three circles, and when I right click, I can choose alignments. That way you see what we're talking about here. If I align center, they've now all been placed on top of each other because we're making it all move to the center. Just move these out. We can also choose vertical alignment. So do we want them to all be aligned to the top, middle, or bottom? let's say top. So now we see that they are all reaching to the same point. We could also distribute them, or you can always change the shape. So let's say smiley face. So if I wanted to, I could change it black and white. And if I move it over, we have a little Mickey Mouse type of thing. If I hold shift and drag, it will resize everything. And there we go. It's now part of this picture, which includes the name Walt Disney. I can't do anything to it here, but I can always go back in and edit it if necessary.